There you go, thanks, good luck. The right thing about it, something might go beyond is like the first needle save where I would say I got like kind of lucky on it. Or like the first hard one. Because I tend to not be like fluke needle saves. It doesn't happen to me. I'm usually a choke to the end 100 times kind of player. So the fact that I like fluked something like honestly crazy. First try screen 8, bro. What the fuck? That's going so damn hard. It was crazy because like I was just thinking the whole run, like man, feels good to PB, and then I get to the plate and I'm like, there's no way this is about to happen, right? And then I passed the plate. I was like, what the fuck? Screen 9 is so awesome, bro. I was so scared of it when I was in the run, dude. I was like so worried. But like honestly, it was the circle was slower than I remembered it being, so it was actually pretty chill. Like once I was like going up, I was like in the zone. I was like, okay, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just follow the kid, follow the apple. Don't like jump too early and just go through. Like oh my god, dude. I was like freaking out, dude. I was freaking out so hard. I'm so happy that Screen 9, like, even as someone who, like, you know, could actually, like, I made it, like, I fucking made it, I knew how easy it was. Like, I'm really happy that it still, like, fucked me up emotionally, just thinking about. I still can't believe I live in a world where I actually beat that fucking save, man. Like, I'm still reeling from it a little bit, because it's like, it does not feel real that that actually happened. Like, it's such an unbelievable clear. That bullet was so fast. Completely upended my plans. Tis brutal. Whoops, I'm in the key. Good grief. I think I could have waited and then gone to the gap maybe if I like stalled in the gap and like single jump and then double jump through while maintaining the same relative position to the horizontal bullets but also lining up at the gap using like vertical movement. Like I don't know. I think that was definitely possible, but definitely hard to see in the moment. It'd be easier in like a shmup. Shoot. That was a fucking cluster, man. It's curving up so slow. I think tomorrow I might do another KT warp run, by the way. Not 100% on that, just thinking about it. I do think considering it's only like a 20-minute walk back, I'm probably gonna start resetting to bad and flukas. Thank you. Did you know that not this session, but today, if I play as much as I want to. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's rainbow. That's why it's Game Miku. I will be crossing the 90-hour mark today. Not in this session, but today. Because it's when I do my night session. Which I've started adding because there's no more swig up sessions to do. When I do my night session. Thank you. I forgot to respond to YouTube comments. I think there's 2 new ones today. I did it. I got my second top 1, or my the second community that I've gotten a top 1 accomplishment in. Because I've done top 1 Kaizo stars in S4 ROM hacks when I was active, and now I have a top 1 consistency needle clear. Yay! Debatable top 1. Who knows? Y2K might be harder, but everyone seems to think that Optima Go Beyond is harder. And I'm gonna be real, I can't really imagine spending 92 hours in the last save of Y2K. Hooray! What are the things good at Needle? I feel like I get a lot of attention on my Needle stuff because there's so many like active good avoidance players, but there's only like 3 people playing hard Needle actively right now. So it's like doing Needle seems more special even though it's like easier than avoidance. Well, that's not the downplay it though, cause high level Needle is fucking hard. That shit is crazy. Bro. Jesus, man. Oh my god. I love when that happens, by the way. That's so cool that I can do that. Like, there's some times when you have to transition there, and like, the bullets are just so fast at the very start that it's like they just outrun you, and they form walls, so you can't go past them either. Like, there's actually nothing you can do. It's actually the greatest thing that can happen in this fight. It's definitely not annoying as hell. Oh my god. I ate at Yummy Waffle House today. I got like a thingy that had like bacon and chicken on it and cheese, and there were onions too. Tasted pretty good. Next time I go, I want to get the waffle though. Yep. That's a strategy right there. Can definitely parse that and like translate it and like look there and like, yeah. That's, yeah. Free for foot of the thing. Damn it. It was too hard to tell, like, how that was gonna work. I think if I was smarter, I probably would have committed to going under there, but I just wasn't confident enough in the decision. Jesus. Of course, bro. Can I please beat Music 2 Sakura? It would be cool to beat this. I am low-key kind of happy I didn't have like the Niner Toho 8 situation where it's like, you know, like I finally clear Toho 8 and then it's like the next morning I fucking beat Niner. Like, that was so goofy. Cause like that actually genuinely like was a little bit depressing afterwards, cause like I just felt so aimless after that. Yeah, it is actually a good thing that I didn't beat Music 2 Sakura yesterday, or else I might have fallen into that like similar depression. Sorry, we're making kissing noises for no reason. I just felt like it. stupid. Oh no. I was just making random noises and realized the noise I was making was like a kissy noise. But you can interpret it as me falling in love with the avoidance after all this time, if you want to. I won't judge. Yeah, only subconsciously, for sure. So dude, fuck me, man. Post-enter density seems like a slow attack until a single bullet that's fast and average shows up and you realize it's actually like impossible to fucking read, bro. Like... It just takes like one fast bullet to throw out everything you were gonna do out the way, and then you have to like reconsider this with like the everything else around it. It's like, oh my god, bro. It's so much harder than you would think it would be. Whoops. Fuck off, man. Okay, I think I'm gonna share my theory, by the way, with the class. If you are in the middle after 2 seconds of bouncing, if you have to turn around within those first pivotal 2 seconds, you're dying to the attack. There's no other way around it. Like, it just is not going to give you RNG that lets you rush to the right. That's any time. It always is going to kill you. You have to like be on the right from the beginning, or else you're completely fucked and there's literally nothing you can do and you will never survive the attack. That is my theory, because that actually happens every time, bro. Every time I have to go to the... Every time I have to go to the fucking left, bro. I never get back to the right, man. It never happens, like, actually. Like, I think you actually just, like, have to... Even if the gap is physically impossible, even if you have to do, like, a fucking moving 11 pixel, the odds of that are higher than having to do one turnaround on that attack. Like, it's actually so bad. I'm very foolish for jumping there, considering like the gamble I went for. Damn. That's a pretty bad hit. I haven't done that in a while, honestly, just like going too far left. Or left too fast, even. Dude, imagine the chills. So imagine the chills. Dude, I can just imagine like the anxiety like pulsating up my body as I pass the pink circle and do the last two dodges of the pattern and stand in the perfect gap for the light green circle to pass me. I can just think of it now. I can imagine all the emotions. Oh my god, dude. Dude, I'm still like on like that like high from having beaten Soft and White Go Beyond. Like that shit. Oh my god. I haven't gotten a clear in so long and one that big. Oh my god. Oh, damn. That one bullet went so far down. How would I rank the song outros in this game? What are we defining as outro? Just like, just like song-wise, like the actual outro. Like it doesn't have to just be finals, whatever's the outro. Growth Memories is S. Like, the gameplay is like mostly standing in the corner and then like reading like two bullets, but like that ending is so hype. Like I don't know, man. It is aura supreme. With that last little piece. Oh, Idola is up there, high A tier. I think has to go to Idola. Like that. Like I don't know. It's good. Satisfaction F tier because I hate it. Last Concerto is B tier because it's kind of awesome. Yukari is like a low A tier. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Okay, Growth Memories is still S tier. Idola probably goes up to S tier compared to the others because it's like there's like that bonus challenge of trying to land on the block before your infinite jump goes away. Most of them are just like C tier, like who cares? Schrodinger's cat is S tier. Overtime is B tier, it's just a fade out, but like it's cool. I like it. Yellowhead Joe is like S tier because it's such an explosive ending. Maybe Overtime needs to be lower then. What else is there? That's like interesting. I feel like Neener is C tier. It doesn't give you enough time to marinate in it, it just ends instantly. I don't know. But I will say, I don't know, maybe it's B tier, because seeing like the bullets like kind of go off screen at the end. It's tough, it's tough. Capsaicin is S tier. Somewhere that really Golden Cross doesn't do anything interesting. I think I've settled my, like the ones that stick out to me. Not sure if I'm forgetting any of them. This is like a good question to like ask someone you're suspecting of cheating, by the way, because like if they've cheated, they probably won't remember like the easier avoidances, so they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I thought that the Nishi Nippon dance or whatever it's called, or is it Nishi Nippori? I forget what it is. Like, you know, like, oh, you know, I thought that was, you know, a pretty cool ending, and it was like, oh yeah, I remember that one, it was cool, then like, it doesn't have a, you know, a unique ending, it kind of just ends, and it's like, what? It's like, and then it's like, oh, I got you, you don't remember this avoidance, you didn't actually beat Music 2, you're just here for the cloud and beating like the hard avoidances. I just realized I don't have a YouTube video running in the background. I'll probably upload the all bosses hardest difficulty video to my main channel, and I'll make it a premiere, I think. I think that'd be Aura. What is that? Why? Oh my god. Ugh, that's what we call a triple aiming moment right there. Holy fuck, man. That's true. Oh my god, what a penis situation, bro. Oh my god! Why is your penis so big? Oh. My girlfriend's DMing enemy girls to me. Dude. And that run was basically just like lacking in luck. That triple aiming made me sad, bro. Especially after that America, because I like barely survived something at the very end of that America. It was so precise. Maybe a bit foolish the way I handled that. A bit naive. Okay. Any good attempts today? I died to triple aiming a bit ago, which is better than my output yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did not get to triple aiming yesterday. Maybe I did at the very end of the session. Like the first session, because I did a night session yesterday and holy fuck, it was bad. Thank you. Yeah, fair enough. It's the best you can do. Good lord. Oh, maybe I lived that one thing. No! I can't believe it. I can't believe I just died there, bro. For the record, I was not like as distraught as I made it seem there. I was just checking Discord. I did kind of feel like ass though. Specific alignment for this one. It's just the one I grab in the video. I use that one. It's a hard jump. Hmm. Damn. Yeah. It's awesome sauce. We all love it. Good lord. It's like the most context-dependent letter in all of fan gaming. That was maybe one of my worst reads ever. If I just did nothing, I would have been fine. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like zoning out. Twitter thing can't read bullets curving upwards for some reason. She's a noob. Dude. Jeez. Dude, So basically what happened there, I thought I could check Discord while waiting for the aimed line. Because I forgot that it's an aimed line that I have to walk out the way of. And then I realized very quickly I need to go back into the game. Like, oh my god, bro. I think I've lost the ability to read attack 3 because it's too easy to zone out during it. That was kind of fucking evil, man. Made a kind of weird noise there. Just kind of like hurt my mouth while yawning a little bit. Holy fuck, man. I hate attack 3. Oh my god. That's so annoying, dude. Attack 3 is honestly a little miserable because it's like such an insanely luck-based attack. I'm not allowed to get like a non-cluster, by the way. I have to get a fucking like 10 bullet wide cluster every single time. No, I'm so annoyed. Oh my god, why couldn't I outrun that, man? Like, come on. I've really started hating pink bouncing, man. It's been so obnoxious lately, dude. It just feels like I can't do fucking anything on that attack without some stupid bullshit happening. The fact that I couldn't outrun that bullet is fucking crazy. Like, the kid is actually such a slow piece of shit, man. Because that bullet was so... It wasn't even that fast, man, and I actually just could not outrun it. And then I got into a bad situation because it really looked like I could outrun it. Like, are you kidding me, man? That's such a mega tilter. Of course, man. Of course. Of course. Of course, man. That attack is just unbearable lately. that attack actually is kind of pissing me off recently, because it just, like, it went from, like, an attack that you pass most of the time to an attack that you fucking never pass anymore. Like, oh my god. It's actually gotten really obnoxious. It's such a bad attack, and I think it's not like I'm passing fucking luck check that often, bro. Which is funny to say because I passed it twice in a row, which is like, that never happens. But like, oh my god, man, it's so annoying. Oh, not enough whining. I got my daily quota of whining done today. Thanks a good luck. And then heck. I played that really badly. I kept just barely making mistakes that prevented me from making progress on the screen. Hello. I'm cooked. Oh, you need that. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Oops. Oh yeah, so today I didn't really watch it, but like I had YouTube autoplay while I was playing into Sakura. So the newest summoning salt video played and it was really bad. It made me realize like how I feel about summoning salt as a content creator. So like the video is on like the Mario Maker one, like how they beat like all the hard levels. Or just like how like they beat it, like every level in the game basically. The Team 0% thing. And like it's a mostly kind of interesting story, but it's like, it's the kind of story where you can't really focus on like individual levels in it because it's like, you can highlight what makes a level hard, but like an individual level doesn't really have much of a story behind it because it's usually just like one or two people decide to play it, and after a couple weeks or even just days, they're just able to beat it. Like there's no like, the thing is when you tell the story of like a speed run or like any kind of run where it's like, there isn't like an objective end point where it's like you reached a goal. Like there is like a general ebb and flow of the run where it's like you have to make sure that you do all of these things correctly, and then it's like, you know, you might lose time here, make a mistake, you know, it's like now you're fighting from behind, there's like an uphill battle, you know, or maybe like a run that like starts really good and like drizzles out by the end, it's like, oh, are they gonna do it? Like those kinds of things are like a lot more interesting to be narrated because there's more time to build up the context around it. But when you have like an individual level, then it's just like 2 minutes of just like, they played the level, and then they struggled, and then they came up with some better strategies, and then they beat it. Like there's just nothing really there, so like the most interesting parts of the video are the wider context of the story, which I already knew about because, I mean, I was on the internet when it was happening. So it ends up being a pretty bad video in my opinion. It's really just not like... That is true, Beast Needle is a fire name. I mean, the video seems popular, because all summoning salt stuff is popular, but it's like, I think what I've realized is that I don't think he's really that compelling of a storyteller, but he's good at picking good stories. And the reason I say he's not that compelling of a storyteller is because, like, he relies a lot on, like, the same tropes every video to the point where it's kind of predictable. And, like, a lot of people point this out, but, like, a lot of people do it endearingly, where it's like, oh, you know, when he says, but then this happened, it's like, oh, that's so hype. But, like, I don't know, I don't think there's a lot, like, there that, like, really makes the story that interesting because it's told by him. I think it's more so just, like, the general events that happen tend to be interesting, and he is just, like, a vehicle to deliver those events. You know, people like it, so... I mean, I think his videos are, like, good background noise, I just don't think they're, like, really, like... All of them are not the most engaging watches, and I find the videos where it's just, like, him just kind of talking about a game that doesn't really have that much drama to it, like, not that compelling. I think... Oh yeah, I mean, definitely, I would agree with that. I don't think his channel is, like, bad or anything, I just thought that video in particular was dead. But, like, I think it's good that it exists. I think his best videos, honestly, are the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out ones, especially the newer ones, because I think, like, hearing, like, a story told from his perspective is the most interesting, because there's a layer of, like, personal, like, investment into it. Like, especially, I think the Sub 2 Mike Tyson video is, like, a really, really good video, like, genuinely. I think it's without a doubt my favorite Summoning Salt video. In hindsight, there's not too many Summoning Salt videos that, like, I'm really, like, hungry to access, because I remember a lot of, like, the cool moments in them, but I don't really remember a lot about, like, the videos themselves. And the cool moments I remember just because it's, like, this was a crazy thing that happened in the community. It's not because, like, you know, yeah. But I do genuinely like the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out history video. Like, the Mike Tyson world record video. I think that one's good. No, not world record, but, like, Quest to beat Sub 2. I like that video. Yeah, today I was thinking about, like, what would I make for content if I made fan game content, and I really just don't have an answer for that. I don't think I would be able to make, like, content for fan games, just because it's, like, I just, like, cannot think of a topic that I think would be interesting to cover. Like, I mentioned this before, but it's, like, it would be cool to have, like, music to, for instance, like, be, like, documented as, like, a story, but it's, like, there's not really much of a story to tell there. It's just, like, you know, like, there are long grinds, but they're really not that interesting. From, like, outside of, like, the perspective of, like, being there, because it's, like, you know, the player plays it until it happens. There's generally not a lot of good stories in Avoidance like that of games where it's, like, you know, there was a big, like, workup to be able to do them. But if there is going to be a good story, if, like, any fan game accomplishment, it's probably the K3 world record. Because I do think it's, like, Lifted. Like, I don't know too much about Lifted, but I do think, like, from an outside perspective, like, someone who is, like, you know, they don't really get mentioned in a lot of, like, convos for, like, good players, but it's, like, they still, like, dedicated themselves to working out, like, up and, like, improving. And to my knowledge, like, a lot of what they've done, fan game-wise, is ultimately for the goal of getting better at Camellia 3, like, beating Scattered Faith. Like, an AVGN, like, video for it too. Fire. I honestly think the world record history of K3 is honestly probably pretty sick. I think there's something there. That was an unfortunate death. Bro. Oh, hi Theo. That is. Dude, I'm thinking about it, and like, how would I even make a harder save than Soft and Wet Go Beyond? Oh, baby. I think if I made something harder than Soft and Wet Go Beyond, it would probably be only like 6 screens. I think it'd be 6 screens, but they'd be much more dense. Hard and dry even further. Hell yeah. It is really funny looking at the original save. Wonder of You as the counterpart. Thing is, Wonder of You would have to be weaker than Soft and Wet Go Beyond. That would be kind of Oreo for Wonder Review. I gotta make it not a JoJo's reference though, let's be real. Maybe I have to make a Soft and Wet Go Beyond sequel whenever part 9 ends though. That does make sense. Yikes. You gotta love the fucking, like, flat wall. I got hit there? I feel like recently I've developed a lot more patience with fan game stuff. Like, I feel like I no longer, like, think of, like, I definitely sometimes think, like, man, I'm spending such a long time with this relative to my skill level. This is, like, kind of annoying. But, like, I don't really, like, when I sit down for a grind, it's, like, it's very easy to just kind of play something for a prolonged period of time and just stick with it. And it's not like I had troubles, like, sticking with games when I was, like, or, like, before. Like, I always stuck with games until I beat them, with only a couple exceptions. They were, like, mostly early on. But, like, I do think I just have, like, pretty good perseverance at this point. But, like, once I'm committed to something, I get stuck to it. Fuck off. Whoops, I slipped off the key. Dude. Dude, fuck off. Damn. Damn. Wow, that was dumb. That's just a genuine death of the pattern there. I mean, okay, in my defense, that is one of the hardest things that can happen on the pattern, but, like, that's still, like, I should know how to do that. I just like couldn't figure out if I had to go to the right or left of the yellow, and I went middle, which is not the correct option. That was not the play. I kinda got hit to nothing there. That was fucked up because it was just like a staircase. Thinking. Dude, that guy back close like shit hit the academy, bro. I found it hidden in a bunch of nobodies. I mean, not an idea like fucking anything after Geysers won. Just played so bad. Damn. Fuck. I thought I was, dude, come on, man, that's so obnoxious. I got to stand still, and then like that happens, and I somehow am not fast enough to outrun that bullet. Like, are you fucking serious? That's so obnoxious, man. I just really can't believe it, man. I'm so cooked. No. Oh, I was trying, man. I really was. It was actually so close to working out, but it just like from the middle, this is not possible, man. The RNG was not good enough, even if my gameplay was. Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I'm not going past 2 hours a day. I feel like not like exhausted, but like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm playing like that good. I don't think I have that much potential this session to the point where I'd want to play like another 30 minutes to an hour. I think I'm just gonna check out in a sec. Do something else for a bit. I'll put in like 15 more minutes though. 15, 20 more minutes. But yeah, I'm not too passionate about this sesh. There we go. It's pretty funny. 630 hours, by the way. Maybe I was a little too confident that I wasn't gonna pass 700 hours. Well, let's hope I don't. Let's hope that we don't get to the 100 and what would it be? 160 hour mark? Yeah, the 160 hour mark of Suzuki Sakura. Yeah. The beginning of the list has some of the easiest and a lot of the hardest avoidances. Having 3 out of the 4 ones out and beat her at the start. Than the first 10. Electric Sister Bitch is at the start there too. There's like Bow and Cat in the middle, but for the most part it's pretty normal. I didn't realize I was on the floor. I'm so dumb. I'm stupid. Not happy with how I died there. Whatever. I would have just died the luck check anyways. Funny thing is you can use that as a code pretty effectively because chances are it's true. Unless you're on one of those days where luck check is like fucking 90% consistency for no reason. Which does just happen sometimes. It's kind of crazy. Damn it. I remember it being pretty annoying, if I remember correctly. remember liking Infinite a lot more, even if it's kind of stupid as well. Kind of amazed I'm alive. Oh. I mean, yeah, it's definitely hard. It's pretty cool avoidance. Yeah. I mean, if you look dirty, so you can see that Infinite is made by a different person than for different people, because I guess this is Nima and Keith who made the first three, and then Laxus made Infinite, and they also made Fairy Dancing and Lake. So. Damn. Gorilla Infinite is pretty funny. It's like really chill. Oboro is also pretty different on Infinite. That's generally a theme, is that like a lot of the like Nina is honestly like Nina and ISM are honestly kind of exceptions, where it's like the Infinite is kind of the exhaust but harder. Most of the time the Infinites actually change the avoidance a lot, honestly. Or even just add like a new gimmick. Just like the kicking slider Infinite is like it just adds an entirely new obstacle to the whole fight. I mean, the attack design is similar. The flow of the boss is pretty much the same. He just does a lot of extra shit. It's not as different as some of the Infinites are. It's just way, way, way harder than... Maybe I'm so girl's goofy. It's got the best Infinite in the game. Also the only Infinite that's easier than the exhaust. It is more luck based than the exhaust, but the reading is a lot easier. Actually, Yellowhead Joe Advance is easier than Novice, because a lot of the RNG became just pattern in Advanced, so it's pretty fucking easy. True. That is in fact true. The Evans advanced chart is funny because it's so simple compared to like the novice is like actually kind of tricky to remember, but then it's like the advance happens and you just kind of do nothing for most of it. It's so basic. It's so easy to memorize. That's true. I saw you post those because I check Discord a lot now. I do get like really happy thinking about like the earlier things in music too, back when it wasn't all this shit. Like thinking about an Evans or an Ignited Night Burst, like that's refreshing, man. Like I forgot the Oasis used to be like that. Like I don't know. It's a fresh feeling. I fuck with it. This attempt will be the clear. Okay, you're true. Is Harpy streaming? I don't think so. I haven't gotten any messages on Telegram. That was a really bad read, by the way. I was looking at everything that wasn't the game. Could just help right and jump through. Sorry. Maybe I should have locked in. The only issue with that, I mean, like, when I beat Music 2, I am gonna give it a fat 10 out of 10. What the fuck is... well, I have approximately like 700 hours into Camellia 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I figured that's what you were trying to say. So here's the thing, alright, like Camellia 3 is like I have 420 hours roughly from my save when I was 13. I don't know how much playtime I have before then, but let's say that's like 40 hours or so. Probably, actually no, it would be more. Let's say it's like 50, 60 hours. Let's put ourselves at 475 hours right now. And then I have, like, my current file has like 220 hours. So that brings us up to 700. So yeah, I do have like 700 hours in K3 or so. That might be true, I think. And I only have 630 hours in Music 2, so there's actually a pretty good chance I clear without spending longer than Camellia 3. But that Camellia 3 time is spread throughout multiple playthroughs. I only have one playthrough of Music 2, and it's a 630 hour one. So 630 and counting. Smells of reason to stall Sakura clear. Hell yes, bro. This is good enough content to stall for fucking 1,000 hours. That's my playtime right there. It's pretty aura. Look at that total score, bro. Look at that total score. True. You want to become the goat of Kaiden? $40-60 play count. It's funny because that sounds like really low until you realize that's only attempts that got to the end of an avoidance. Like that's only if I finished and saw the results screen that incremented. So I have just so many deaths in this game, so many runs that went nowhere. Like it's not even fucking funny. Well, yeah, because I used the unlock all save. I was gonna actually unlock everything legitimately, but the reason I didn't is because like TTBB, who had done that, said that it's not worth it, so I decided not to. It seems a little bit stupid. It mostly seems bad for unlocking the stuff that's in Dawn courses. Mostly shit like Yukari seems really annoying to unlock, because you can only learn it by doing a Dawn course. Okay, well, how the session is going, I think I passed intro one more time, then I stopped. I got to triple aiming today. I died to Fountain like twice, I think. Sure, good enough. Tomorrow I'll stream K2 Warped, I think. I want to. I want to do runs like every like 2 or 3 days, so hopefully I can stream K2 Warped tomorrow. I mean, even if I'm under practice, I can still just do a run, even if it doesn't PB, so... There. K2 water. Sounds good. Wait, that sounds kind of serene and beautiful. I'm not sure what you would do to diary though. The screen with like, that's completely submerged in water and has like the apples. Make it not water, yep. Yeah, pretty much. Dude, shoutouts to, I Wanna Be the 69. Got some fish in there? Hell yeah. Tapras, can you finish Monogatari? How do I give that? I think that's a slander. Okay, fair enough. You really like those? If you read the light novels, you can treat Monogatari like a web novel. K2 mods, a fan game genre. It would be Aura. Okay, last one for the K2 mod, no, but K2 is a K1 mod. Oh, my penis, bro. That death was so unsatisfying, I'm gonna do another intro pass. And then I will raid someone. And it'll be Arst. probably. Clearly plus is a lot of them. Yikes. Yeah, bye. Sorry. I almost got away with that. Alright, that's good enough for me. The Florp is streaming. So I think we definitely gotta hop on ours.